One of the most beautiful cities in the world, San Diego, California, and Snapdragon Stadium. After a full day of college football, the sun is down, the lights are on, and we still have more for you on EA Sports. It's the Washington State Cougars and the San Diego State Aztecs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, I caught up with the Aztec head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So San Diego State's offense will be first on the attack. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a night. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they're after him. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Sutton. Could not make his way to the corner. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, San Diego State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you could tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Going to the ground. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They go to the ground. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Caught behind the line. It's Beverly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Going to the running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quarterback making checks. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the 1st down, now a decision to be made. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wazoo! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got a man. It's busted. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Aztecs. He'll try to tack on one more.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Washington State going quickly.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping it.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off. Give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gonna run it. It's Voorhees. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Voorhees. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The Aztecs call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback may change this route. The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now San Diego State will spend its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. From the gun on third down. Touchdown, Cougars! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Backed up now. Here's second and long. The sure hands. It's Napier. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense.
Finding some room. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, San Diego State! Meadow on the end zone, he's got it!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
fires to the tight end. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Timeout, Washington State.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 18 team, the USC Trojans.
The Aztecs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Washington State's head coach told me at halftime they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He goes right back to the air, trying to escape and get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Washington State has it all working right now. The running back has it. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Got it. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here's a heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got some room to run. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Aztecs in a good spot here with second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's low. Breaks into the open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Aztecs have it in scoring position on first and goal. From the gun. Rushes on him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Gonna look downfield again. It's complete. Touchdown Aztecs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The short hands, it's Clemens. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Washington State lines up quickly.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on second and short.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll go back to the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. All the way back. Touchdown, San Diego State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer, force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming. Crosses the 35. Jumped on top of the pile. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this off.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A strike downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. So first down will open up the final period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Rides the option. He keeps it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. The run inside. It's Sutton. He breaks a tackle. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles. Like
runs through a man. He might have space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. smashes ahead. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Running inside, it's Sutton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
Turning it on! They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. They finally get him stopped. So dangerous after the catch, but his defense might get a little help from the officials here. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Washington State going quickly. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
He wants to throw it again. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions.
38, Washington State, 22.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Turning on the Jets. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeps it on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Plows through the defense. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Aztecs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Washington State lines up quickly. To the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. New set of downs after the completion.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets a pickup of 6 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Release to the back. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw it again. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Beverly. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. That's caught. It's Beverly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.